Hi there. Are you new to SQL? Are you looking for effective and quick ways to learn SQL? Imagine having an AI tutor available 24/7 to help you understand SQL concepts, to write queries, and to practice your SQL skills. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to practice your SQL skills and learn, even if you're a beginner. Let's jump in. I'm Chris Gamble. This is my channel, Gamble Data Engineering, where we cover the concepts, tutorials, and demos to help you become a master data engineer. Today, we're going to explore ChatGPT, an AI developed by OpenAI, which is an incredible resource that you can use to practice your SQL skills and to help you get ramped up on your SQL skills quickly. So, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an advanced AI created by OpenAI, which accepts human-based text and outputs anything you want. You could ask it for facts on the Roman Empire. You could ask it for a detailed description of what SQL is, and it'll give you a detailed description and anything else that you want. So today, we're going to talk about how you could use ChatGPT to practice writing SQL scripts that will go hand in hand with how we used it to create data sets in our previous video. So doing this makes it a perfect companion to go along with you in your data engineering and SQL journey. First things first, you'll need access to ChatGPT and OpenAI. So let's go over to the website and take a look. All right, so if you just want to use OpenAI Playground, which is the web browser-based ChatGPT, you could actually go just directly to chatgpt.com. So let's do that. You'll notice in the upper left-hand corner that you'll be using ChatGPT 3.5. This is the previous version to the newest version that is out there. If you log in, you will have some limited access to ChatGPT 4.0, as well as complete access to ChatGPT 3.5. In addition, logging in enables your access to the API, and you could get an API key where you could write various Python scripts to hit the ChatGPT API directly. So for today's subject, we'll look at ChatGPT 3.5. Stay to the end of the video where we'll discuss the paid options and what additional services you could get from ChatGPT. To start with, so let's cover some fundamentals. You can ask ChatGPT specifically, what is SQL? So let's start with that. So it will give you a definition of what SQL is, along with some details, the purpose, database management, data engineering, what you could do with SQL. So you'll see, as we scroll back up here, that SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It's a domain-specific language used in programming and designed for managing data held in relational database management systems or for stream processing in relational data stream management systems. And then it gives you some key points about SQL. Now, let's ask it for a simple example of a SQL statement. I'm always nice to our AI tools because you never know when they're going to become our robot overlords. So, you'll see, select asterisk from employees, where asterisk stands for all. This covers the basic structure that we've covered in previous videos, and along with giving you a specific definition of what each of the pieces mean. As you continue your ChatGPT journey with SQL, you can ask it follow-up questions based on the previous question. Let's ask it how to explicitly ask for specific columns from the employees table. You'll see ChatGPT is excited to provide us with that information and even provides an example output. Here, we're saying select employee ID, first name, last name, department from employees. Further down below, it provides an example response based on that query. Some cool things so far, but here's where it gets really exciting. You could ask ChatGPT for some study questions with the provided answers. We could say, provide some basic SQL question and associated answers. So here it provides us 10 questions that talks through various SQL data. It's going to ask, what is SQL? Again, gives us an answer, standard query language. What are the main types of SQL commands? We have DQL, which is data query language, DDL, which is data definition language, DML, and DCL, where DCL is your control language, and primarily for DBAs that are granting access to different aspects within your data warehouse or database. DML is your manipulation language. So you're doing inserts, you're updating the table, you're deleting records from the table. So your manipulating the data within the table that's already there. Your definition language is where you're defining the objects within your database. So you're creating new tables or creating new views, creating new procedures. So those are the different types of SQL commands. What is the purpose of a select statement? Again, it gives you an explicit reason for a select statement. What is the difference between where and having clauses in SQL? It gives you very clear, distinct, clinical reasons for the difference between where and having. While you could use this information in an interview, make it your own. Make it sound more human and less AI. When you give a very clinical and distinct reason like this, it's going to sound clinical, less like you've done it before and more like you've read it from a textbook. In an interview, you want to sound like you've done it before. If you want to take these and use them during an interview, be sure you make each one your own. Make it human, make it personable. You don't want to sound like a robot in an interview. Great for learning and great as you're building your SQL skills and SQL knowledge. This time, let's ask it for some practice queries. It's going to give us some practice queries. Generally, 10 is where it will stop when you're asking it for things. You could ask it for more. You could explicitly ask it for 25 questions, and it'll give you 25 questions. So let's take a look. So it gives you 10 different practice queries that you could practice with. Now that it's giving you those practice queries, you probably want the data set to be able to practice with. We're going to say, can you provide the script to create the table and to insert the records into the table for the practice questions that you just asked? And so it will not only give you the scripts, but it will also give you the explanation as to what it's doing. Asking this question first before the questions may not have given you the explicit explanation and usage. It may have just given you these two pieces. As you use ChatGPT, it learns what you're asking and will try to provide the data that it thinks that you want. So again, it creates the table for the departments, creates a table for employees, and gives you the insert into statements for both, and then gives you an explanation. So really cool ways that you could continue to learn and use ChatGPT to expedite your training and have a 24/7 AI tutor. ChatGPT doesn't sleep. So if you want to do this late at night while your family's sleeping or early in the morning, you don't have to wait for somebody to be there to answer your questions. You could ask ChatGPT. You could ask me in the comments below any SQL questions or AI related questions you'd like, and I will do my best to answer and provide any resources that I can to help you become a data engineering master. Again, I'm Chris Gamble. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. You've had fun with data.